Hello, I am sitting here with Shaughn Dowd here in the Live Art Studio, and we are talking about Piazzolla and a wonderful program with her ensemble con Brio that is going to happen right here, well, actually over there, but right here in the Live Art Studio on October 19th at 7:30 p.m. And we mentioned Piazzolla, so I just want to jump right in because we were talking about this, and so tell us which Piazzolla you're doing, and then I'm gonna come back and circle around to because you're doing it in a really interesting way.
Well, we're doing it, it's not chronological in terms of the composition when they
Tell
were
us which
written.
composition it is.
Okay, we're doing Histoire du Tango. And I love this piece. It was originally written for flute and guitar, and that is the instrumentation that was the original instrumentation for tangos.
Right.
Yeah, it's the only piece he
did
wrote.
not realize that.
Yes, it's the only one that he wrote for flute and guitar. Now, I love this piece because it is a four-movement composition, and each movement depicts the tango in a different time period. So there's one for 1900s Bordello, which is where the tango started. One in 1930 in a cafe. 1960 in a club, a nightclub. And then the final one is for concert, the concerts of today, which is what Piazzolla wanted, where he wanted to bring the tango. He wanted to bring it to the concert hall.
Right.
Now, it was originally written for flute and guitar, but I so desperately wanted Ji-hoon to share it with me because it is a series of conversations. Each movement is like friends talking.
Right.
And the chatter that goes on in the bordello, or the intense conversation of two people in a nightclub. So I was willing to do an arrangement.
Okay.
But I went online. I don't know what caused me to do this. I went online and searched, and I actually found one that was already done by the same person who arranged the one I'm using for flute and piano. He arranged it for clarinet and piano. So Ji-hoon and I sat down and we decided who's going to be
who's going to
play which character.
That is so awesome. So again, we were just talking about this with a concert that you and Larry Molinaro are doing at St. Anne's on the 12th. Finding new ways to look at music that is out there, which I think is one of the really awesome things about what we do with Bach Plus and what you do with Con Brio. You find new ways to look at things, which makes us think. We listen to this stuff differently.
I do hope that people will be able to hear the conversations. I'm playing the moody character in most of them, and Ji-hoon is playing the happy-go-lucky friend that.
Well, and we should also say the two of you together, you and Ji-hoon, are just two powerhouse players.
Oh, thank you.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We do have 3 other major Piazzolla pieces that we're including that I do want to mention because
tell us.
Okay, so we are going to play Adios Nonino, which is going to feature Russell Wilson on accordion.
Oh.
Yeah, so he plays piano and accordion, and Ji-hoon and I came up with the arrangement, which was originally it's for string orchestra.
Right.
And so we had to figure out how we were going to accompany Russell on this, and this piece is so full of emotion.
Right.
He wrote it when he received word that his father had died in a bicycling accident. And he was already sad because he was on a concert tour, it wasn't going well, he was in financial trouble, and he just wrote this piece in 30 minutes. And it's full of anger, full of sadness, and then full of perhaps hope or memories of his father. And it just goes through this entire series of emotions.
I had no idea.
Oh, it's absolutely, in 6 minutes you get,
wow.
Yeah. Right, so, and then we're also going to play Primavera Porteña You know,
Right.
the spring.
Right.
And why are we playing spring? Because in Buenos Aires,
It's spring. It's spring.
It's spring.
Yeah, exactly. We had that when we did when we did one of the Piazzolla.
Summer.
We did. Yeah.
We did summer.
We did, and we had to flip it because
Right.
Buenos Aires is on the other side of the world.
Exactly.
So
you have to do
yeah.
that. And then we are also going to include Oblivion.
I love Oblivion.
Oblivion is
Wow. I mean, talk about a masterwork.
It is a masterwork. It is hauntingly beautiful, and yet the words, there are actually lyrics to this which I'm not going to sing, thankfully, but it speaks of love.
Yeah.
And so it's a love song, but it's so emotionally tender.
Yeah.
And
Well, and I think Piazzolla has his. I don't want to say his star has risen because he was already a star, but I think people more and more are becoming aware of his music. I remember when I was in Brazil in the '80s. That was when I first heard of Piazzolla,
Right.
and I had no idea who he was. And then I heard him play, and my jaw dropped.
oh my gosh, you
And-
got to hear him play.
Yeah, and you know what? And I actually, and I saw him backstage, and I had no idea who he was.
No.
And then I'm standing there during the sound check, and my jaw was on the floor. I mean, it was just I'd never heard anything like it. Well, this is going to be an awesome concert.
We're so excited.
I'm
We're
so
very
excited. So thank you so much for bringing this to the studio. And the nice thing about when they come here, the audience is sitting not much farther from you than I am. I
Oh.
mean, it's a little farther. It's maybe like to that camera over there.
Ooh.
But and people come in, they have a glass of wine, they might have and so it really becomes a very intimate experience.
Oh, good.
And it becomes one where there's not this wall between the performer and the audience. It really is sort of, that line gets so blurry here.
And I think that this program is perfect for that, because that's what we want to achieve. We don't want this to be here we are and there is
Right.
the audience. We want everyone to experience it. I do have a lot of things that I want to say in between the songs and
Oh, I
the
think you
pieces that we're
should.
doing. Yeah, so
Yeah, absolutely. So October 19th, 7:30 p.m., right here at the Live Art Studio. Get your tickets. Come see Shaughn, Jihoon, and a wonderful group of musicians from Brio. See you there.